red-black mid-range. We played this deck once before, and it had some pack rats in it. This version's a little bit more aggressively slanted. It's featuring Earthshaker Khenra here in the 2-drop slot. As Magic Online lets me know, it has encountered an error and needs to close. All right, let's relaunch that. We just finished Sultai. We played 5 matches and it's uploading to YouTube. No, that is not correct. I don't build around anything. I think it has to be card or cards I think I could build a reasonable Modern deck with. Believe it or not, not everything can be a reasonable card in Modern. So this black-red deck, it's got some Rabblmasters in it. It's got a bunch of efficient disruption. As opposed to playing a card like Lingering Souls to fuel Faithless Looting, this deck's playing copies of Bloodghast, which was really sweet last time. So we'll see how this goes. Kind of like a more aggressive red-black disruption deck. We've got a bunch of efficient discard spells. We've got some great removal. We kind of tie it all together with Dog Mom here at the top, just like coming down and crushing people. No, Hedron Alignment is not a card that's particularly competitive. No, the build around is not an exception. So the $50 donation means that we come to an agreement on cards you're interested in having me build the deck around, and then I build the deck off stream. Building decks on stream is not a pleasant experience. It's one that I find very frustrating, and one that does not make good content in my experience because it is frustrating. Yeah, I am currently streaming from a Linux computer. MTGO has worked through Wine for a while now. Yeah, like again, my building decks around specific things are not an against the odds challenge. I do still do my best to play interesting decks while still being competitive, and some cards they're just not competitive in Modern. This is probably a turn 1 Thoughtseize off the Blackcleave Cliffs. And then turn 2, we can go Faithless Looting into Ditch the Bloodghast, play a land. No dice, Anna. No dice. Find out if they're Storm or some kind of mid-range deck. There's a Storm, a Bruin. Take their Gifts Ungiven here. Sigil of the Empty Throne. Probably not. That's true. That's true. For enough dollars, anything could happen. Redland? Redland? I really want to draw a Redland so I can go Faithless Looting into Lightning Bolt. But because I'm not going to be able to guaranteed cast Lightning Bolt after I Faithless Looting here, I need to be conservative and just kill this. Kill this Electromancer, I think. My price for playing Lantern is 1,000 American dollars. Orzhov Charm plus Shadows, like Orzhov Charm plus Shadow, that is a very reasonable and realistic deck building requirement. Keeping hope alive for a Legacy League or two. What's going on, Jesse? Thank you for the 10-month resub there. Jesse, drop me a message. If you would like to put your tier 3 sub towards a meme like Belcher or Spanish Inquisition, I think we could make that happen. I have Vintage Belcher coming up in the queue, and I wouldn't mind doing like a non-rotating cheese deck day, basically. Just like do Vintage Belcher into like Legacy Belcher into like Spanish Inquisition. Because like those decks are still sweet to blast off with on occasion. They're decks like I can have fun with for 5 matches even if we're losing. No, bolting in response to the ritual has potential to, like, go bad. Don't try and get them. Just kill them. Nope. Nope. Would rather do a 12-hour stream than one Lantern League. If we miss the SCG Con goal, It's going to turn into a 12-hour stream. It is, Gasney. You're not wrong. I have no idea. I do not keep up on spoilers. How much money for a 12-hour Lantern stream? $15,000. You asked me a question, I gave you an answer. Don't complain about the price. One Lantern League is a 12-hour stream. In my experience, Lantern Leagues are 3 to 4 hours, not 12. That seems worse than Goblin Rabblemaster, Frost. That card closes much slower. The Goblin Rabblemaster attacks for 1, and then it attacks for 6, and then it attacks for 8. This card kills very, very quickly. Yeah, coffee's for closers. Why do I dislike Lantern? I dislike Lantern because it doesn't generate interesting gameplay, in my personal opinion, and it's very tedious. Even when you're winning, Lantern is tedious. I assume they want to just, like, Manamorphose, Grape Shot, kill the Rabblemaster here. Like, this card's going to kill them very quickly if they don't take it off the table. That's true. That's true. Arguably, it's only when you're winning that Lantern is tedious. That's very fair. Am I dead? Is that what they were counting? We might be dead here. So they have Past in Flames. They have Manamorphose into Past in Flames as the last 2 cards. No, they already played Manamorphose, right? They have Grape Shot in their hand. So they get to go Ritual, Ritual, Ritual. Gets them up to 6 mana. I don't think this is deterministic, right? Well, some people like seeing players that they enjoy play in tournaments. Yeah, I don't think we're deterministic here. Yeah, I think they need to cantrip into a bear, right? They need to, like, Serum Visions into a bear and, like, play a bear and then, like, go Ritual, Ritual Gifts. They also don't have another Manamorphose here. And I suppose, like, the fail rate here is if they brick, they get to, like, kill the Rabblemaster in my token and, like, deal some points of damage to me. No, I don't think so. I don't think that card's particularly good, outside of, like, the one specific instance that it's used in. Again, while I like getting paid to do things, like, I make money off of more than just, like, the amount people pay me to play the decks. Things need to be entertaining, too, still. Alright, so they drew Baral, which I assume means they were also lucky and drew Manamorphose, so we're dead. If they don't have Manamorphose here, we're still alive. Hopefully they just, like, put Grape Shot on this deck and, like, hope to kill us next turn. Yeah, I agree, Jojo. I was expecting them to kind of just, like, Manamorphose, Grape Shot, kill the Goblin Rabblemaster, and pass the turn. What would the donation be for Restore Balance? Restore Balance is fine. It's just a normal donation deck, Bardic. I think that deck's sweet. I think it does interesting things, but it's just, like, weak to Stony Silence and stuff like that, like all the Fringe Artifact decks. Yeah, they have 2 rituals. So they could go Ritual, Ritual, and get to 3/5 mana. But that leaves them short of Grape Shot, Past in Flames, Grape Shot. So yeah, I think they're just, like, cleaning up here and then, like, passing and, like, hoping to get me next turn. Thankfully, I, like, have removal spells here, which is nice. I think Humans has some interesting decision points. I just don't think it's particularly exciting. We've played Humans on stream more than once before. You can find the Humans deck list on my website along with an archive of the times I've played it on stream. jeffhoagland.com/deck list, as always. Talran, thank you for the very generous support. I appreciate that for the 9 months in a row. Thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Hope you're enjoying your vacation. So again, I don't want to risk casting the Faithless Looting and not being able to kill the Baral here. So I'm just happy to be kind of conservative here and then bolt and smack them with the Mutavault. Follow up Goblin Rabblemaster is actually a pretty good draw. This means we're going to be able to apply a decent amount of pressure here. Dreadbore Baral to save Bolt for them. That's an interesting question. I like give up 2 points of damage on the Mutavault attack to do that, but maybe it's worthwhile. They do not have Grape Shot in their hand anymore. They cast that card. Keep in mind that decks that are marked in the queue as today are decks that I plan to get to anyways. You know, assuming time permits. Alright, so I'm definitely discarding this, and then I'm going to play a land, get back my Bloodghast, play Rabblemaster. That's true, that's true. Yeah, I probably should have Dreadboard there and just, like, left them 2 higher. Like, the instant speed interaction of Lightning Bolt is also valuable. So next turn, we're attacking for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We get to put them to 5. So hopefully they don't go like Mana Guy Ritual kill us. Because they do have this Past in Flames in the bin. So like, they're mostly out of resources, but the Past in Flames in the bin is just like very scary. What you got? Let's force this to happen now. They have Gift Sungiven. That's a little scary. The fact that they have Gift Sungiven here could make the fact that I didn't Lightning Bolt last turn matter. So I'm going to go ahead and Faithless Looting here because if we find Bolt or Push, I'd like to hold those up for a mana creature. That's a sweet hit. It did not, Bardic. I was in a foul mood that was then made worse by both gameplay experience and my interactions with chat, so I decided not to upload it. If you're a sub, you can go back and watch the VOD. If you want some salty Jeff and you're a sub, you can go back and watch yesterday morning's VOD. We could die here. This is probably mana creatures and Noxious Revival. And again, if I would have sequenced my removal spells differently, they'd be 2 higher. But they'd still be dead on board if they were 2 higher. And I'd have a Lightning Bolt in my hand right now. So there's like a match and a half of me playing Blue-Red Delver from yesterday morning. It's 38 straight minutes of salt. It's not like 100% salt, but there's some sodium moments in there. So like 99% of what I stream ends up on YouTube. Look at that. People tweeting their Baja mac and cheese at me and Panera. Hook it up, Panera. All I'm saying is I'm good advertising. Ship some gift cards this way. We can work something out. All I want is a food sponsor, Twitch. All I want is a food sponsor. Just feed me. We'll shill for food. Don't they get rituals here? What about... I'd accept Portillo's too. We're not enough. No, the sub points feed Declan. He's a fat little dude. He's a fat little dude. Yeah, but like if they go bear, Noxious Manamorphose, I just like give them both bears and like say good luck, right? Inconsequential consignment of non-controversial bits for good mood if possible. You can probably guess where I'd like to go. Karlewski, thank you for the contributing to the SCG Con Fund. I appreciate that. Gets us to 453. Thank you, everybody, for your contribution to that. That goal's progressed at an absurd rate. Chipotle, Panera, and Portillo's. Those would probably be my top 3. I just ditch both rituals here, right? Like, that's what they want. Because, like, they need more mana. So they have Past in Flames in the graveyard here. So their goal is to cast Past in Flames with 2 mana up. This gives them more chances at bears. Yeah, it might be right to give them Land Pyretic. That gives them 6 mana, which means any ritual or any bear does it, but only gives them 1 shot at it. I think it's Land Pyretic, actually. I give them Land Pyretic and ditch this. So, like, let's go through the permutations here. So if I give them Manamorphose and Shivan Reef, they have to draw either Rit or Bear. If I give them Ritual Shivan Reef, any ritual does it. So this gives them more draws, but it requires them to hit 2 specific things, whereas this, but I guess, like, how many of those things do they have, right? So basically, do I want to give them 2 shots? And even drawing a bear doesn't do it, right, with this? Yeah, they're down a bunch of rituals, right? Like, they're down 1, 2, 3, 4 rituals. We're definitely giving them the land. The land's not a question. The question is, do I want to give them a ritual or a Manamorphose? And the correct answer to this question involves, like, what outs they're required to draw based on which ones that I give them. Oh, there are some in Exile too, aren't there? Yeah, they're down a ton of rituals. Do I just give them 1 shot at a ritual then? Ritual or bear? It's probably just 1 shot at ritual or bear. Yeah. Stitch those. Alright, kill me. 1 shot. It's a chance to roll. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better move yourself with the music the moment you will, but you never ever let it blow. Only get 1 shot tonight. It's your chance to roll. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Survey says, oh, that's a Goblin Rabblemaster. What do I want to do? Kill you. Kill you is the answer. Charged. Careful or your VOD will be taken. That was what's it called? It was a fan representation. It's A-okay. It's A-okay. Alright, so I am definitely interested. That was game 1. I'm definitely interested in boarding parody even, yeah, like this. Dogmom's probably too slow. Dogmom's probably too slow. This deck's got Disruption and a Clock. I think this deck's probably got an OK Storm matchup. Probably trim... I probably can't trim Khenra in good conscience. I just, like, need ways to kill them. I can't trim Khenra and Dogmom. Noxious Bear Ritual was definitely lethal. Was it? I don't actually know. It doesn't always kill their guy is the problem. They have more Barrels than they do Goblin Electromancers. Only have access to 3 Goyfs. You can play either another Kalitas in the main if you expect there might be a lot of graveyard decks, or you could play a fourth Scavenging Ooze. You could play another Liliana the Last Hope. Last Hope is probably what I would do, Blur. Last Hope. That's such a good quote. I'm a funny dude sometimes. Black-green rock already has 4 tireless trackers in it because it's built correctly. My version, the version of black-green rock that I champion already has the max number of tireless trackers. This hand does not have Leyline in it, but I could never mulligan this in a million years. Just like turn 1 discard spell, turn 2 Khenra, turn 3 Rabblemaster. Yeah, we've played Heartless Get Rog a couple of times. That's great alcohol. That's great alcohol. It's built correctly. Listen, there are a lot of things that I'm willing to admit that I'm not going to be correct on because I just don't know. But like 4 tireless trackers in your black-green rock deck, that's correct. Do that or you're wrong. It's like not playing 4 Terminates in your blue-white deck. Just don't get it. Just don't get it. Yeah, I think black-green rock is better than Jund. If you're interested in my feedback on why I think black-green rock is better than Jund, you should check out the article on my website, jeffhoagland.com/decklist. Where's the rock's namesake come from? I'm glad you asked. Rock? I think exclamation point rock was the command. There we go. Look at that. God bless us, everyone. The rock and his minions. Got some serum visions there. So, well, that's a heck of a draw. I probably just want to get pressure going here, right? Is that true even? Do I want to go like Thoughtseize, Mountain Hold Up Bolt for Baral? Or do I want to just like Earthshaker Khenra smash? 6 months, long live Hoaglandia. Thank you very much for the half a year of support. I appreciate that. Gosh, I'm so excited to get Hoaglandia themed sub alert set up. Yeah, we died a Baral land. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm gonna Thoughtseize Hold Up Bolt here. Thoughtseize Hold Up Bolt here. Huh. Ain't that a bag of dicks? I think I take Opt here, right? Is it Manamorphose? So, like, not taking Morphos encourages them to play out Baral next turn. And I kind of want them to play out Baral, right? Like, I want them to play Baral. Of course, they also like want me to take Opt, because if they didn't want me to take Opt, they would have just cast Opt in response, right? Their Serum Visions went top bottom. You don't know. The Manamorphose is just the better card. Should probably just take the better card. Yeah, I think it's the conservative play here is take the Manamorphose, and I think like we've got enough tools this game to like just be a little conservative. Worth noting they had this thing in the ice in their deck post board here that I thought seized on 1, so probably gonna bring Fatal Push back in if there's a third game. We won the last game. They we gave them Land Ritual and they bricked off and died. Yeah, cards like Manamorphose that are just like, they're free in every way. Like, they're just like asking to be broken when combined with other things. I'm probably supposed to like shock Blood Crypt, play Khenra here, right? Probably shock Blood Crypt, play Khenra. Just like be really obvious that we have interaction. Now I don't have to be obvious. That's nice. When I think about Courser and Black-Green Rock, I think the deck already has too many 3+ mana spells in it. I think it already has, like, the ceiling on 3+ mana spells with, like, four tracker, Liliana, Last Hope, and Kalidas, and maybe Tassiger. And I don't think Courser's better than any of those 3 mana cards we're already playing. I think Courser is like worse. If I wanted more grindy cards past tracker, I would play Last Hope. I would play more Last Hope. I think the matches where Courser is really good, you're already kind of favored. So like you don't need that help there. I think like bigger controlling decks are a harder matchup than like Burn. Especially if you're playing like 3 to 4 Brutality plus Kalitas in your 75 and Scavenging Ooze and all that jazz. So, Chef Carrot, the actual answer is that like just go and look online and just like most laptops are, if you're just doing schoolwork and Magic Online, are more than enough. Just make sure you get 8 gigs of RAM or more. So long as the computer you're buying has 8 or more gigs of RAM, it's going to be fine for homework and Magic Online. Just like find the physical size of a laptop that you like and then order one. Eight gigs is the floor. A lot of things have more than 8 gigs, but 8 gigs is the floor. I have a Lenovo Yoga that I have as a portable computer, and I really like that device. No, I think Maelstrom Pulse is absurd, and you should always play 2 of them. What are the odds I die next turn? Feels low. I really want to just Rabblemaster and kill them. I think my Yoga, I paid like $600 for it last year. And I have the smaller one. I think it's a 10-inch. Yeah, Last Hope over Veil is fine. And like honestly, chat, and like this is just good computer advice in general. Most computers, the hardware's all made in the same places, and people just like stamp their logos onto crap these days. So just like buy a hardware. So we're just gonna die here. Buy hardware that's like in your price range that like is a physical form factor that you like. Doomblade. That is not a Doomblade. I think I just attack first tier, right? Let's see what they do. Because depending on how they block, we might be able to kill both their guys this turn. No, like killing 1 mana creature doesn't really do anything, chat. Like the 2nd mana creature is invaluable. So I want to attack like this in case they do this. Yeah. Oh, huh. So now I can't kill both of them, huh? That kind of sucks. Yeah, it's fine. It's like not great, but it's fine. They died. Yeah, they died at Khenra next turn, right? So do I just kill one of these, correct? I don't think I wanted the rest of them. I think I guaranteed. Hey, Infect player, thanks for the support. I think I just kill one of these and just like pass the turn here. So like try and kill them with Khenra next turn. It's like they didn't kill us last turn. Hopefully they don't kill us this turn. But I use Chrome. Yeah, I have both my desktops at 32 in them. It's funny, Christie's the laptop we had before Christy got a desktop computer, or we put my old desktop upstairs for Christy, only has 8 gigs of RAM. So on Windows, we had to close Chrome tabs constantly. I mean, we're just like very dead to like ritual past in flames or ritual gifts, right? Does my wife do similar work as I do? No, my wife is a business analyst for a major insurance company. All right, sweet. So they're on Stone Cold Nothing here. And we have a 2-turn clock. For SCG Con, King Leon, thank you for the support. I really appreciate that. It's up to a nice even 460 there. Y'all ready to feel the ground shake? Make them tremble. I try not to dox my wife on stream. It's one of the things I try not to do. There's a reason I say major insurance company and not tell you which one. There are several where I live in Central Illinois. Am I dead? What say you? The social would work as well. I actually don't eat at Arby's. Christy sent me a message and said, did I want anything to eat? And I was like, no, I just had Panera delivered a little bit ago, but I could use a Coke because I'm dragging. So she got herself lunch from Arby's and got me a drink. The STG Con money is for a plane ticket, hotel room, and then a little bit of PTO to cover some of the lost money I will lose not streaming for those 5 days. This stream does not come with PTO. I love streaming, but that's one of the drawbacks that it has. No paid time off. Panera bread is great. If you have not had the Baja mac and cheese, it's fantastic. Had it for the first time today. Nah, Christy loves meat. I'm just a vegetarian because I don't really care for it. My PTO, that is correct. That's the PTO bar. That is plane ticket plus PTO. Ding. Yeah, it's the first, I always get mac and cheese. It's the first time I've had that. It has avocado and onion and tomatoes and some seasonings on it. It was like A+. Very, very good. Can you give a Prime sub? Yes, you can actually, Alcohol. Just click on into Christy's channel and click the sub button at the top. You know, there are lots of wonderful people who my stream schedule doesn't line up for that pop into this channel and give me their Prime sub while I'm offline, and I really appreciate that. So if you're watching on YouTube in the future and you have Amazon, Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime, you can pop on in here and do that even while I'm offline, and I do appreciate that. You should create a shirt with all the sponsors and then get on coverage at STGCon. So we are going to have Hoagland merch ready to go by STGCon. In fact, I just ordered some Hoogle merch product samples from a company. I want to make sure the product is good quality. I want to make sure the product is good quality before I put it all out for you to sell. So I ordered a couple of shirts from them. You ever thought about doing an IRL stream at tournaments? Yeah, maybe the viewer numbers would probably be really low for that. So I'm not sure that I want to tank my viewer count. Yeah, turning off ad block to support the creators that you enjoy is also a great way to help. I think so. Both the ones this year are SCG cons. Yeah, definitely Inquisition on one here. Looks like a Delirium deck, probably Death Shadow based. Excuse me. Definitely Goyf here. I feel like it's Goyf. I'm gonna take Goyf. Yeah, Dog Mom is absurd in these fair matchups that don't have Path to Exile. We should hopefully have, I think the shipping we got was 3 or 4 days, so I should hopefully have stuff by midway next week. And then have reasonable, if they're decent, we will play them. We will have them. This is definitely just like Collective Brutality here, right? Just like take a Doomblade away. And I'm going to take Lightning Bolt here because leaving up Abrupt Decay requires more mana out of them, which is going to make it more difficult to do to tag my Rebelmaster. No, is it Cetition? No guarantees of what I'm playing. Willing to make 0 promises on deck selection. I'm going to run to the restroom really quick. I'll be right back, folks. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. We've got another, I don't know, 5-6 hours of stream before I'm done today. Oh, they Thoughtseize my Thoughtseize. Yo, dog. Yo, dog. How much of a week... So, if Stoneforge Mystic gets unbanned, schedule got Fubard Mister. Can I throw some biddies at Jeff? Dance, please. I got you, Brecken Sky. You throw a little disco finger in. Get that disco finger in. Guess who's back? Back again. Hogland's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Hogland's back. Do 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 do. If you ever want to see myself and my wife play video games poorly, you should follow us on her channel. We play a lot of Overwatch over there. And if you're a sub who would like to play Overwatch with us on occasion, you should pop into the subs Discord. We definitely coordinate. Most of the games we play these days are with Hoogle subs. Members of the great Hoglandia nation. So they have Decay, Gorklan, Termagoyf, and then one card I don't know now. I don't know what Overwatch is. It's one of them real video games that the kids play on occasion. It's a little abrupt opponent. Shadow. We mostly just play quick play Gnarls. Pretty much exclusively play quick play. Her videos on YouTube, I'm not sure. Her archives are definitely public though. So if you just go to her Twitch channel. I think I want a 4th land and play here. I'm gonna play this out. We really need Dog Mom. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's effectively no different as a statistician. There's like slightly less balanced matchmaking, but... Dog Mom is, what's her name? Hazoret? Is that her name? What's that card called? This one. This is Dog Mom. Yeah, I think there's a good chance we're dead. I'm not sure Dogmom's going to be good enough here. We need to run off like a couple of Doomblades right in a row to be in this game still. No perverts here. No perverts here. That's true. This is a matchup where Fatal Push is really good. That being said, like, Terminate's fine too. We know they have Goreclan Rampager as their last card. I'm going to double block here because it forces my opponent to use Goreclan Rampager, I think. Which, like, makes my math later much easier. So we're going to take 4 here, down to 8. Do I want to just loot here? Do I want to loot or do I want to play the land? Burning them with Hazoret gets loose with the Death Shadows as the issue. Loot hold up Mutavault is bad if I rip a Fatal Push. Article on, thank you for the 3-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Yeah, pushes and Lilianas are what we need. I think I want to loot holding up for Fatal Push. Is Bolt good enough? I think it is. I think that's good. If they make a loose attack here, the Bolt could kill them. So I am NN. Thank you for the brand new Prime support. Yeah, the Goyf's a 5/6. The reason why I kind of paused there on potentially keeping the Mountain, like the Bolt's definitely better than the Inquisition. But if this gets to 6, if we get to 6 mana, we get to flash back this Khenra. So one thing that's a little bit awkward about Khenra in this deck is because we have creature lands and Faithless Looting, we're kind of already have extra things to do with our mana. So I kind of feel like I'm not a huge fan of Khenra because I kind of have looting to like filter through these extra lands. So like I feel like I'm not going to get to 6 a lot of the time. Just going to untap here. I guess I just flash back this other looting now. You think I want to just be aggressive with the Hazoret? I don't think so. Because like the Death Shadows get like way more scary. I'm doing this so that I could say I donated to the SCG-Con goal. Got it, Soptic. I guess if I would have 5'd them here, they'd be at 3. Then we could potentially be better off next turn. We played a league with a different red-black mid-range deck. It was close to this, but not exactly the same. So we're dead to Bolt and Goreclan here. Now the real question becomes, do I want to use this Bolt to kill the Shadow, or do I want to use this Bolt to deal 3 upstairs here? It was Pack Rat in the last league that we played. Yeah, if I go upstairs with 3, next turn I can block with Mutavault, activate Dog Mom, and then activate Dog Mom again. Yeah. Well, they're dead to push regardless, right? Because I have Mutavault in play. I think I'm just going to hold the bolt for now. Oh, they are dead to a land if I send the bolt upstairs, aren't they? Okay, that's a reason to bolt them upstairs. Untapped land kills them with the Earthshaker Khenra if they don't have a Doomblade. Khenra is 6. Oh, you're saying shock, get back. Oh yeah, no. I'm trying to think through, can we beat a fatal push? If they had fatal push, they would have killed us. Okay, so we can deduct that they don't have fatal push. Because if they had oh, shock discard does do that. Yeah, you're right. It's definitely shock discard. This plays around it really cleanly in case they messed up. I think they don't have it though, because they could have killed us last turn, I think. Listen, I'm just a big, dumb, stupid holy diva. Everybody with a brain knows that Twitch chat's a competitive advantage that we streamers get to leverage for our own unfairness. Come on now. Is there anybody that tries to imply Twitch chat isn't a competitive advantage? Well, they're just a liar and a cheater. Are we interested in Leyline is an interesting question. It makes their Goist marginally worse, but turning off their Leyline is kind of huge. I think Bolt is pretty good in this matchup. I like randomly killing them. I don't hate this. Have to go to work, put these towards the con. Thank you, Slayer. I appreciate it. Have a good afternoon at work. TGIF. Khenra's like kind of medium, but like I need ways to kill them. So I don't think I want to cut Khenra. I wonder how much I've been paid in the last year to watch Windows update itself. Asking the real questions. Today is a long stream, so we've got this deck and then 2 or 3 more before we're done. It's going to be December 7th through the 9th. I assume it's going to be similar to what they had over the summer. It'll be in Roanoke, Virginia, the Star City. Yeah, sure, Hyder. But be aware right now, while the queue's slowed, that's not a good option. Unless you wanted to, like, send in $50 worth of subs. You can also upgrade your own sub to a tier 3 sub. Tier 3 subs get a free donation deck every single month. I'm doing this so I could say I donated to SCGCon. I read your message last time. Mulligan. Listen, I'm gonna say something that you have to know is true because it's objectively correct. You will never lose a game because you mulligan to 5 if you always keep 7. All I'm saying for the people that want to mulligan this hand, you will never lose a game because you mulligan to 5 if you always keep 7. Yeah, I mean, most of what we play in the queue are brews. Keep in mind that I do reject decks that I don't think will be competitive in how aggressive Magic's Online's metagame is. So if you're submitting brews, you need to make sure they have a reasonable amount of interaction or have consistent linear draws. Those are the 2 things I look for in donation decks. Or send a pile of money. If you send $50+ with a donation deck, my requirements kind of lower themselves, but for the base $10 price when the queue's not in a slow, I accept a wide range of things, so long as they are interactive or linear. Oh, we have Leylines in my deck. I forgot we had Leyline. Yeah, this is probably a mulligan considering I have Leyline in my deck. This is probably a mulligan with Leyline in my deck. I agree with that assessment. I think this hand is close, but with Leyline in my deck, I should have mulliganed it. When do I need to reach the 1,500 buy? I'm going to let the donation goal for SCG Con run until November 7th. So it's about 8 weeks from now. It's exactly 8 weeks from now. I'm really not a fan of Value Town. I think that's just like, that if I had to pick a deck that sees play that isn't terribly competitive, that would be my top pick. It's just so slow and clunky. 4 Path to Exiles is not sufficient interaction in Modern, in my opinion. While you can do well against the right subset of decks, there's just a lot of things that are going to get you. I am pre-play. That's correct. I like to know at least a month out if I'm going to a Magic tournament. I like to get plane tickets booked and hotel rooms set up and all this other jazz. I actually think Hallowed Fountain Control is Hallowed Fountain Control is generally much more interactive than Value Town tends to be. Is that Lingering Souls? That would be kind of bad for us. Tilt. Needs to come attached to Value Town, 50. For 50, I'll play most things. Yep, definitely want the Leylines, correct. Yeah, and I think I should have mulliganed considering there were Leylines in my deck. In general, I keep looser hands against decks full of discard spells because, like, they pick your hands apart. But because I have access to Leyline post board, to the con! Thank you very much, Daxmon, for the bits. And thank you, APRI, for checking out Honey. I appreciate that as well. If you're someone looking to support me but doesn't have dollary dues to contribute yourself, installing Honey using my affiliate link. Can barbershops ever fall below a grand? Nope. Maybe for, like, Justin's 1-year anniversary, I'll give him a barbershop league as his crappy deck for the month. Lantern, for those that are new to the stream, Lantern is what we refer to as barbershops around here because it takes a little off the top. Takes a little off the top. Some of us don't have much to take off the top, but we work with what we're given, you know? These are the cards I've been dealt. Was playing some Overwatch with my friends that are really low link, so I was smurfing and it wasn't fun. Meezeep, thank you for the 2-month resub. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way again this month. I appreciate the support. Anti-balding medication? What's wrong with being bald? No, there's nothing wrong with being bald, chat. I'm fat, bald, but most importantly, I'm married, so none of that matters. I ain't gotta attract nobody. We good, chat. We good. Look at this. Just straight up draw 2 cards. Get 2 Bloodghast into play. This is really good. Yeah, if they don't have like a surgical or a spellbomb here, we're in a great spot. The Liliana Veil is also particularly good. Would they rather play Legacy or Lantern Control? Legacy not close. Nah, she's stuck with me, Lau. She's stuck with me. Wow, taking the Fatal Push is interesting. That must mean that they have Lingering Souls, right? Because that would Lingering Souls is the reason they wouldn't care about Liliana. Since we drew the Terminate, I'll play the Fetch land so we can leave Terminate up. People are the worst. Alright, so let's attack before we play any lands here, so that way if they decide to Doomblade one of these, we get to bring them back. Grixis, Fairy, Ninja. I do that for 50. Like I said, chat, requirements very low at the $50 mark. Very, very low at the $50 mark. Alright, so I think I'm just going to play Liliana and plus her. Like I said, like the fact that they didn't take her kind of indicates to me that they have Lingering Souls, but I think I just need to grind through that here. There's a good chance the Bloodghast can just grind through it as well. Well, I mean, just because it's a bad matchup doesn't mean you can't win. There's a link below the stream, Diva, bit.ly/HugelSubmit. Listen, if you have a deck that you would honestly like to send me money to play, there is a link below the stream, bit.ly/HugelSubmit. It's a Google form. All the deck submissions work through that. Allows me to kind of work through them in batch. I'll be responding to submissions again tomorrow afternoon/evening sometime. I don't respond every day. Sometimes it takes a couple days. All right, lots of. Hey, X-Storm, thanks for checking out Honey. I appreciate that. Create a tier list for Modern based on my minimum donation requirement. That's a fun idea. Sure. Tier Zoo. How'd you rate the tiers of all the decks on your Modern review here? Well, I submitted a bunch to Hogland, and he said he wouldn't play these ones for less than 50, so I assume they're not good. Thanks for the tier 1 sub, Diva. I appreciate that. Hope your streams are going well. Would you rather play the same deck against Lantern 5 times, or would you rather play Lantern against 5 different decks? It depends on what deck I'm playing, probably. Tier adjusted. That's a dog bomb. All right, well that's fantastic. I'm actually like not plussing Liliana this turn, right? I'm gonna like Doomblade this, attack with these Bloodghasts, and then probably dog bomb next turn. I'm gonna edict them off this other spirit since I don't want to discard a card anyways. Lantern is easy to beat. You concede and get lunch. God bless. There's someone that gets it. I always appreciate other people that really get it. Remember, chat, if you're ever miserable while playing a game of Magic, you have one person to blame. Yourself. Games of Magic are always optional. Concession, always a legal play. Never not a legal play. I think there's value in not getting the gas back here. You think I should be worried about Anger of the Gods? I guess they did fetch a second red source here, which could signify Anger, but like, if they tap out for Anger, I have Mutavault and Dogmom and Liliana Edict up, right? So like, tapping out for Anger seems good for me. Is there a spot in Comp, Ariel, where you would concede a match? Probably not in an Open or a Grand Prix. I think part of, and this is part of the reason why I travel less to Opens and Grand Prix as opposed to streaming more. I was having more spots in Comp Aerial tournaments where I was feeling frustrated while playing, so it stopped being fun, which is part of the reason why I do those types of events less and less and stream more. Let's plus here, see where we go. So plussing here first is good because I want them to choose what they're discarding before they know that Dog Mom is coming down. And we'll slam Dog Mom and slam them. Awesome, Blue Amu. Kiki Chord's a lot of fun when it's playable. When it's playable, Kiki Chord is a gas. At something like FNM or a local modern tournament, would 10 out of 10 concede a variety of matches? God, Dog Mom is so good in this deck. Rabblemaster and Dog Mom, they just like slam the door on some of these games. I did concede a match to get lunch because they were playing an okay matchup. That's true. Did scoop them into top 8. That's different though. Like being like 13-0 locked for top 8 is like absurd and unheard of. Yeah, I think that's just too many for statistician. The list of cards that are better than BBE and Jace is fucking long. Sorry. It's very long. Like, to the point where it's embarrassing that they were banned for as long as they were. You 3-0'd with Owling Mine. God bless, Bad Tinker. God bless. You know what the best part about playing the Owling Mine deck is? You always get to dumpster Celestial Colonnade. Dumpstering Celestial Colonnade is the best part about playing Owling Mine. Easy mulligan. The Khenras have been kind of medium. I don't know that Pack Rat is necessarily strictly better, but I think they felt better. I wouldn't be surprised there's something that's not Pack Rat that's ideal for that 2-drop slot, but Khenra has been kind of whatever. I'm gonna bottom another bolt here. I don't know exactly what we're looking for, but I probably don't need a second. Yeah, and I think that's good pikes. Like I said, I think it's worth trying. I think the fact that we have Faithless Looting kind of like stresses being able to get to 6 lands a little bit. Scrap Heap Scrounger is an interesting idea. Honestly, just playing Young Pyromancer might be correct. I could see that being reasonable too. Discard Spell into Rabblemaster is my favorite. Why did they shock? Rutabaga with the 4-month resub. Thank you very much. Welcome back. Thanks for the third of a year. Yeah, Dark Confidant, Scrap Heap Scrounger, and Pyromancer all seem reasonable. You think this matchup's unwinnable? Well, I guess you took the Alpine Moons out of the sideboard, right? I don't know. I feel like we have a chance against most things with this deck. It's a shame we weren't on the play. I'm going to play it out. Are most of my subs Twitch Prime subs? I can actually tell you that. I got channel statistics. What's my percentage? What percentage of my subs are Prime subs? Probably about half. About half my subs are Prime subs. So I have, and that's why, like, when people talk about, like, streaming on other platforms, it's absurd that anybody would try and stream on any other platform. Adding Twitch Prime subs, like, really just makes it Twitch Prime subs really just make it so much easier to turn this into a job. Am I not worried about Titan? I don't know. I kind of just want to kill them before the Titan, but maybe I should have taken the Titan. Yeah, I can see that. So, like, as of right now, I have 1,864 unique subscribers that translate to 2170 subscriber points, which the higher tier subs give more points. Yeah, we can still Dreadbore, but like the issue is that the Titan brings Valakuts along with it. Yeah, I probably should have killed the Titan. I probably should have killed or taken the Titan with the Thoughtseize. Although, like, if by some miracle of God they miss on their 6th land tier, we probably kill them, right? We need them to, like, stumble on the 6th land for a turn here. What about Kiln Fiend? I don't know. I'd probably try something like Pyromancer before Kiln Fiend. Tilt. This is probably going to be Valakut plus a mountain, kill the Rabblemaster. They could be greedy. Hopefully they're greedy and get double Valakut here. We get to Dreadbore this and run them down. The conservative play is Valakut Mountain. My Thoughtseize was bad. I should have just taken the Titan. Moan, thank you for the biddies. I appreciate that. Perfect, Diva. If it's Blue Red Fiend, I'd love to post your updated list on my website. If they have another Titan or Escape Shift, this is probably fine. Assuming we don't rip Thoughtseize. Grixis, sweet. Is Amulet Titan something? Yeah, we played Amulet Titan a bunch recently. Our top 8 at a Grand Prix not long ago. Sounds good. Perfect. What are we doing, friendo? Townie with the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine. That is a particularly bad draw. You're not wrong. What happens to the Stoneford Mystic emote when it gets unbanned? It's really optimistic that you think it could get unbanned. You stick around here. We'll beat that optimism out of you. You just put the Escape Shift on the stack so I can concede. Come on. I'm playing red-black. I'm playing red-black. Like this, just be aggressive. B, aggressive, B, E, aggressive. How much leeway do I get with the Q? Two anything goes a month, King. You know the rules, you know the rules. How much leeway do tier 3 sub get? They get some. They get, tier 3 subs get about as much leeway as like a $30 donation would. That's what, tier 3 subs are good value. You get to add a deck to the queue with 30 points every month when you renew. Someone, again, was asking about why not Alpine Moon. We're choosing to play Damping Sphere on the sideboard so we get to bring it in against Storm as opposed to that. So basically, the question you want to ask yourselves when playing or when building a sideboard, think of Alpine or Damping Spheres. Do you want your hate piece for Tron to double as Storm Hate, or do you want it to double as Valakut Hate? Honestly, Pikes, I could see this being better as Alpine Moon in this deck. I think this deck probably has a pretty decent Storm matchup without Damping Sphere. We have reasonable pressure, and we have a lot of other disruption. I've grown to like you and couldn't do that. Oh, Justin and other crowns that might be watching. We sent them to Nivik and Anoronics already, so they know. If you want a signed playmat, I've got all of our my playmats sorted, and we've been mailing some out for like the random giveaway winners and stuff too, and people doing VOD stamps. So if you have a crown on my channel and would like a signed playmat, I would be happy to send you one. If I tier 3 sub for Christy, do I get priority in the Overwatch queue? You're probably close to priority even without that, Wannabe Beetle. Because we're not a coward. Why not a coward split? Do we look like cowards? Cowards can't block warriors. Cowards can't block warriors. Four color or Grixis. I prefer Grixis.
Why are you talking?
Because you're beautiful and popular. You see that, chat? That's called schmoozin'.
I am really popular. I have 3 subscribers.
You do have 3 subscribers. You're a big deal.
I'm a huge deal.
Justin, DM me your mailing address, and I'll be happy to get one out to you.
What? Why would anyone think you're gonna do it? Why didn't he send me the address? I'm the one that...
I didn't say I was mailing it myself. I said I would get it out to him. You're obviously the one that's gonna mail it.
Yeah, the address is gonna end up in my lap. Cut out the middleman.
Alright. That's a lot of Doomblades, chat. I think I'm just taking the search here. I mean, is Sweltering Sun scary? I feel like they're gonna have to like lightning bolt my things down anyways, right? It's like, why do I care? Do I know when yours was sent out? Matt's got sent out.
Who's asking?
Zoptic.
It should be there by Monday.
Should be there by Monday, Christy said. It's gonna be aggressive here. This does leave them the ability to Sweltering Sun me, but I think I'm okay with that. Because if they Sweltering Sun the 2 Earthshaker Khenras, that means I get to untap and play Goblin Rabblemaster and guaranteed make a token with it. It's almost standard. Probably... Do I want to fetch shock here, bolt them? Maybe I should have fetched a basics. Wow, just no plays is aggressive. All right, well now I'm definitely fetch shock bolting, because this way if we draw an untapped land, I get to go ahead and jam Hazoret. That was using it. You can put it away. Nothing. I was taking photos of my Warhammer cards to scan them into the app. Do I think Titan Shift is a good deck? I think Titan Shift tends to be okay against decks like ours. And Pikes, this for reference is why I think Alpine Moon in the sideboard is probably reasonable. I think this deck probably has a reasonable chance in this matchup. And like with a little bit of help from something like Alpine Moon, we could really be moderately competitive. How much do I need to pay for a signed playmat? I need to work that out. I think we're gonna sell them at some point. I need to work out exactly what we want to charge. How is the Warhammer card game and how do you get the cards? So I really like the Warhammer card game, and you just get cards by buying them at a game store. They actually they underestimated the demand for. Oh, they mulligan to 5, 4.
Go get Declan.
Okay. I'm gonna take Steve-O here. I think this is fine. They actually underestimated the demand for the Warhammer card game, and their first wave actually ended up selling out. Oh, they mulliganed to 5. They suspended a search. I missed that. They currently have a mobile version of the game in closed beta that I've been playing on my tablet a bunch, and they're supposed to release on desktop at some point. But I think I might stream the mobile version when it gets out of closed beta. I have an Android emulator on my computer that it works on just fine. The Mutavault's actually really good here because it means I don't have to play the Rabblemaster out into this Anger of the Gods, and I can keep 4ing them. Although that's pretty appealing. That was the wrong land to go get. Yeah, that should have been a tapped land. This will encourage them to anger us, and then we can play Rabblemaster. It's not a Fantasy Flight game, Musimoto. It is a game made by PlayFusion is the company that publishes it. And that counts as a good deed. If you enjoy playing controlling games, Justin, the blue-red tempo deck is basically a control deck that can win when control decks are bad. It's very, very enjoyable. The Khenras have been okay. Huh. I'm gonna take a turn off and play this out and get the last card out of their hand. I cycle Stifle Burn to True into Lethal Burn. Yeah, it's sweet. I'm gonna bin looting here. It was a Titan! Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby! Oh, damn it. That was the best draw in their deck, right? Like, just like actual best draw in their deck. We were so close, Chad. I could taste it. I could taste the sweet taste of victory. We're not just dead, but we're not in a good spot. Hopefully they draw like a Primeval Titan here, and then we kill them next turn. Or Escape Shift from Primeval Titan. We just need to fade 3/4 to their deck, chat, and then we got him. It's even ramp spells get them lands, right? What on God's green earth? They have Hour of Promise? Wait, what? Resolves. Dead Jew. Do 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 do. This archetype is sweet. I like this deck a lot. Dang it, Pikes, you're gonna make me think about this deck some more. I mean, they could have thought I would concede to the scape shift, maybe. Like, maybe they thought their out was I had to concede. Like, that's not completely unreasonable. We're 3-0 with this deck list. Yeah, ready to 3-0 into 3-2. We 4-1 with this deck list last time we played it. I'll probably be throwing this one up on my website after this run. Even if we lose these last two, I'm going to throw it up on the website, I think. No, Jace doesn't solve problems that the blue-red tempo deck has. Gosh, this curve is just so good. I consider playing this deck at SCGCon potentially. Potentially. I do enjoy me some interactive mid-range decks. God, this curve is great. So we get to go Bolt You, Mutavault, Rabblemaster. So Walking Ballista, sure. So now I'm gonna bolt that. Yeah, we're gonna get natural Tron and cry, but that's fine. We can't actually attack with Dog Mom next turn, right? Which is kind of unfortunate. Fucking Tron. Put this towards your PCO. Thank you, Ridge Riesel. I appreciate that. Thanks for the support. Almost makes me feel better about getting Tron. Almost. Almost. Please plus. Please plus. Please plus. Please plus. Please plus. Damn it. Yeah, we can kill Karn here. So, like, until they go land Ugin here, we're kind of in it. That's not even that bad for us, right? And like, we're a land away from putting this back into play. Like, they're dead on board through the O Stone. Because Dog Bomb's indestructible. We beat Wormcoil here too, right? Because Kolaghan's command shatters it. Yeah, we just had to fade Ugin, and they can't cast Ugin now. All Is Dust would get us, but All Is Dust isn't a particularly common card. This deck is sweet. It's like an aggressive version of like Mardu Pyromancer. Most Tron decks run All Is Dust. Bold claims have been made. Survey says All Is Dust. 21%. Have a 10-minute break. Listen, chat, I'm gonna give you, this is great advice, especially if you ever aspire to be a politician someday. If you're going to lie, make sure your lie is not easily verifiable as wrong. That's just good life advice in general. If you're going to lie for some reason, just make sure you can't quickly go, that sounds weird, is that correct? Hedge your words. Yeah, unless you want to be president, then you'll be fine. Just roll with it. I have no idea. I think it would be a bold statement to claim that this Fringe deck is potentially better than Pyromancer. Are you in Blackcleave? I definitely haven't played this archetype enough to know if it's better or worse than anything else. Yes, we just race natural Tron on the play. Get in my deck. All right. Brutality's pretty bad here. Fatal Push is pretty bad here. I think I like my Shatters. This isn't good. This isn't good. I don't think Abrade's good enough. I think 3K command is plenty. I think Liliana's okay. I think Liliana's like threatens them and pressures their hand a little bit. You like the first Abrade over the third K command? I don't know. I like that K command can shock them. Koya, thanks for checking out, honey. I appreciate the support. You can say anything. Anything you say can be definitive. Honestly, I might just like trim this last K command to just like not have it in my deck. Abrade shatters map on the play. Now it doesn't shatter map on the draw. They play map on 1 and then crack it on 2. Yeah, Abrade on the play to kill map could be fine. I'm gonna do this. I could also see just like Bolt being worse than K command potentially. We did win. We are up a game against Tron. Oi, Punk's not dead. Thank you for the biddies. I appreciate that. Are those for the SCG Con Fund or for a specific deck? Moondris, thanks for all the amazing content. Hope all is well in Hoaglandia. Thanks for the 8 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thank you, Punk. I appreciate it. Get that added on there. Pretty easy mulligan here. Hand just doesn't accomplish a lot. I could maybe see myself being talked into keeping this because of Faithless Looting, but I think my average 6 is just going to look better. Want like a Damping Sphere or a discard spell. And it's not even about playing against Tron because I enjoy a deck. Like, there's decks that I enjoy playing that are just like rancid dog poop against Tron. I just don't play decks against Tron that aren't competitive against Tron. This hand is absurd. We get to go turn 1 looting, ditch Bloodghast, and then turn 2 play a Damping Sphere and put Bloodghast into play. So just like Disruption plus a Clock 101. Really? Ooh, lordy, lordy. Lordy, lordy. I would just like to point out that if this was Alpine Moon, we would be able to play Alpine Moon and Thoughtseize on turn 2. So it is worth pointing out that if this was Alpine Moon, my sequencing would be much better here and much stronger. No second Tron piece, do-da, do-da. You're not gonna have Tron till 4, oh, the do-da day. Do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. So because they're not gonna have Tron till 4, I'm gonna Thoughtseize to try and clear a Nature's Claim before I play the Damping Sphere. So let's start off with this one. Ooh. Ooh. I'll just take that one. Don't mind if it does. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. So smart and thin. Just the smartest, thinnest Magic the Gathering player. Do I want to bolt their dome here? I might want to bolt their dome here. Just upstairs. Relic. Rude. Sure. To cut the line with the deck, not currently in the queue. Yes, that is exactly correct, Arcane. Tier 3 sub plus a $70 donation will put you to the front. So tier 3 subs at a deck with 30 points. And if you intend to cut the line that way, you don't need to fill out the form. People that are sending in piles of money don't have to use the form like peasants. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack here. Do I want to Thoughtseize? I really kind of feel like I want to Thoughtseize, right? Yeah, the fact they popped that really makes me want to Thoughtseize. That was interesting sequencing on their part. Oh, Swag Tusker Sine. And whew. Your trial lands are looking a little soggy over there, opponent. Arcanor with the brand new tier 3 sub. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Come on, Dog Mom. All right, I will take a Liliana the Veil though. As far as draws were concerned, Dog Mom was at the top of the list, but after Dog Mom, Liliana the Veil and Rabblemaster. Juniper Logic with the brand new Prime sub. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gosh, it's absurd with like the couple of long streams in the last week and Anaronix's and some others absurd sub gift generosity. We're actually getting close to another emote on the channel. We are 22 sub points away from another emote. Arcanor, there's the cut the line has been initiated. Thanks for all the great content. I appreciate that. You got a link to a deck list I should be queuing up. Ooh. What's a sub point? So a sub point is represented by how many subscribers you have. So for instance, a tier 1 or a Twitch Prime sub is one sub point, whereas what's it called? A tier 3 sub is worth 6 points. I get an extra one for that. Thoughtseize. That's a sad Thoughtseize. So I was tempting fate. This was probably the best draw on their deck. I guess I attack here and then edict this. I think they have 2 lands in their hand at the moment. I believe they have 2 lands in their hand at the moment. For the con, Ois Punk, thank you for the support. Looks like we've got Jeskai Saheeli coming up next. That's exciting. In the league after this one. So we've got this match and then one more with the black-red, and then we'll have some Jeskai Saheeli. They binned Expedition map. I believe they're... No, they didn't. Ugh, sorry, getting distracted. Equinox. Ois Punk donated for the thing. Alright, let's get that added again. And I'm going to read a sub message. Just started university again, so now I'm a poor student, but thanks to Amazon Prime, I can still support my favorite channel. Well, thank you. Yeah, bolting might have been greedy. I don't know. If we drew Dog Mom, I was like, wanted to do that. I like was excited to have done that. I'm gonna hold this for now because we have like Faithless Lootings and stuff in our deck. Oh yeah, that's true. We would have bolted. We would have had to lose the bolt to Liliana. Yeah, it's actually very true. It's good thing to point out. We're not in a terrible spot here. Like obviously they have live ones to rip, but we're like not just into rates. Puppy! Give him the old wet floor, Dog Bomb. Is mommy. Hey, don't card me, bro. Don't card me. Oh, just a little baby Oblivion's down there. It's a little baby. Baby Oblivion Stone. I'm gonna Thoughtseize them. What you got? 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 Ooh, you did. You did, Tron player. Gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Beat Valakut, beat Tron. It's like a mid-range dream. Like a mid-range dream. Right in the feels. Chat, the Coca-Cola is running right through me. I need to run to the potty again. I'll be right back. We're 4-0. We're going to finish this league, and we've got 2, 3, maybe even 4 more leagues before I'm done today. Don't go anywhere. Everyone's having a great Friday. Be right back. Yeah, I like this deck a lot, Alcohol. As someone who's like a big fan of like playing mid-range decks, like a mid-range deck that feels this competitive against things like Tron and Valakut is absurd. If this is your first time watching this deck and you want to see another iteration of it, again, all of my past leagues are pretty much archived on my YouTube channel. So if you search Black Red Midrange, we played this deck in a league once before. I think over the weekend, I'm probably going to add this deck list to my website as well. So you'll be able to find a playlist of all the leagues up there once I do that. But you can find that right now, as soon as we're done today, you know, or whenever on my YouTube channel. Thanks everyone for hanging out. We're up to almost 1,000 people here in chat today. Shout outs to Pikes for the Cut the Line donation, as well as Arcane Nor for the brand new tier 3 sub, and then the big Cut the Line donation. Why I say this deck's worse, I genuinely don't know. We've only played 10 matches with it. So, I like the core of this deck a lot. The card that kind of stands out to me and that Pikes has been trying different things in. Last time, we had 4 copies of Pack Rat, where this Earthshaker Khenra is. And Khenra's been like, okay, and Pack Rat was okay, but I'm not quite sure what I would want that 2-drop to be. I think other possible cards for that 2-drop slot could be Young Pyromancer or could be Dark Confidant, are both reasonable inclusions potentially. I'm going to keep the 6. I don't think I want a Faithless Looting on 1. Looking for a new deck to buy and foil out. I think I would play Alpine Moon in the sideboard of this deck. I think especially with Leyline of the Void and the other tools this deck has, it's probably pretty reasonable against Storm, and I don't need the extra help there, and would prefer to have extra help against Valakut. Well, that's terrifying. Yeah, the 2-drop with haste is interesting. Are there any other 2-drops with haste with more upside, I guess is a good question. Damping Sphere is better in this matchup. I think I want to hold the Bolt for now. It's better against Azusa. It might just be Pyromancer, honestly. Deck's got a lot of instants and sorceries in it. My opponent said in chat, this is a modern league, not standard. Abbott's an interesting suggestion. We could die here if they have Azusa. I don't actually have a... Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I choose you. I choose you. I am not a big fan of... Monastery Swift Spear is interesting. I like the idea of Swift Spear, actually. Swift Spear actually sounds really sweet. I was thinking about 2-drops, but Swift Spear sounds pretty cool. I would not hate Swift Spear. I feel like that could be okay. It's like more aggressive than Pyromancer. Swift Spear drags the curve down too, yeah, which is sweet. I could see Soulscar Mage being okay, but honestly, I feel like Swift Spear is probably more in line with what we're looking to do. So I'm gonna ditch this. Am I gonna ditch Liliana here? I guess I could play Lily plus her ditch the Bolt. Well, you have 2 of the 3 best colors, so that's not bad. What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back, So, sorry, Beaumont Courier. In my experience, Beaumont Courier is bad in Modern for a lot of the same reasons that Geist Saint Traff tends to be bad in Modern, which is that there's just too many, what's it called? There's too many, I'm actually just not gonna do anything here, I think. I think I'm gonna hold the Bolt. There's too many creatures in Modern. There's too many decks that block. Yeah, there's too many idiots. There's too many blockers. There's too many things that just, like, hop in the way of your 1/1 or your 2/2. Because, like, with the Liliana in turn, I'm in play, I'm, like, guaranteed to get to attack with Hazoret next turn, which is nice. And it's not even about strictly powerful creatures, just, like, creatures in general. Yeah, the 4-color Geist deck is sweet. I've been liking that one. Yeah, I think Figure is too slow. Figure's like a grindy card. I want an aggressive card. So, here comes the attack on Titan. I'd assume. And this is the reason, like, so if they're smart, they're going to get a Vesuva and copy this Colony Garden, which is kind of why I wanted to keep the Dreadbore rather than the Liliana. I think there's a chance that, like, binning the Dreadbore was wrong. If they're a little loose here, we could get them. Sweet, they're just bogging me. And they already played a land this turn. Okay, so this seems good for us. So I get to bolt the plant, edict the Titan, and then smash for 7, plus activate Dogmom, untap, activate Dogmom. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Edict you. This is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. Do 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 do. Wait, they don't have double blue, right? They don't have double blue. They might have a basic island. They might have a basic island in their deck. There's potentially a basic island in their deck. I think Liliana's bad in this matchup, right? Generically, Liliana's bad in this matchup. Yes, no, maybe. I don't think it's close. So good Amulet Titan players tend to cut their amulets in this matchup. I have a lot of things I need to cut. I definitely want the K commands because the floor is pretty high. It is still a Doomblade, but like what am I what am I trimming? Is Inquisition a cut here? Could this be what I want to get rid of? I like Brutality because Brutality takes some of their copies of Primeval Titan. I want to cut Inquisition before I cut Brutality. This kills Azusa. It's Reach. Cannon Gear with the big 5-0 donation. You said you played this for 50. Add Grixis Fairy Ninja to the queue. Well do, Cannon. Thank you for the support. Brutality takes Summoner's Pack, chat. Half their Titans are instants. Half their Titans are instants. I'm gonna board like this. Did you change something with donating? It keeps asking me to log in and it freezes on mobile. I don't know why it's freezing on your mobile. Yeah, so to make chargebacks easier to fight, Justin, I'm requiring people to log in with it requires them to log in with a Twitch, YouTube, or Twitter account, I think. It's like an extra layer that adds to my ability to fight chargebacks. I think Dispel is great in this matchup, for reference. I don't think I want to loot here. Like, I like all my cards, right? Alright, the fact that they left Amulets in means I'm going to bring Abrade in if we have a game 3. We could get gassed. If there's a game 3, I'm going to bring Abrade in. Standout is must-watches. I really need to, like, get a must-watch reel. Abzan tokens, I think, is my number one standout from the week. The Blue-Red Tempo League on yesterday afternoon. Those would be my two. Abzan tokens and Blue-Red Tempo from yesterday's. Whoa, they don't have another land. Ooh, we're gonna steal this. We are gonna steal the crap out of this. I'm just gonna put Rabblemaster into play. And go. Coffees for closers, and Rabblemaster's getting himself a cup of joe. Okay. Azusa's dead but seeking, is that what you said? You said Azusa's dead but seeking? Yeah. Get that sweet 5-0. And yeah, for people that wonder why we play friendly leagues, it's so when we 5-0 with a sweet deck like this, the rest of the world doesn't get the information. Was that 5-0, 10-0? No, we lost some games in there. I'm pretty sure we lost some games in there. This deck is sweet. Yeah, so the core of this deck is awesome. Things that stand out in my mind are the Earthshaker Khenra slot. I think I want this to be something else. It could be a few different things. A hasty threat seems reasonable. I feel like I would want to try Taylor Swift Spear in that slot potentially. And just thinking about how this deck lines up into other other potential decks in the format. I think I prefer Alpine Moon to Damping Sphere in the sideboard, because basically with a slot like this, you want to ask yourself, what matches do I want to hedge with my Tron slot? Would I rather hedge Valakut, or would I rather hedge Storm and KCI? And I think because we have Leyline of the Void in our sideboard, we already kind of hedge Storm and KCI nicely. So I think I would rather play Alpine Moon in this slot. I could also see Coward splitting it like 2-1 in favor of Alpine Moon, but I think I would play 3 Alpine Moon. I think Kill Fiend's a little fragile. I think I want a haste threat in this slot. But yeah, so if you want to see more with this deck, you can head on over to my YouTube channel whenever you'd like. The King of Hoaglandia with the $71 donation. Put this and my tier 3 sub towards a blue-red tempo. 10 out of 10 will do. We'll just shift it all around here. So we're going to play Jeskai Saheeli up next, followed by blue-red tempo. Let's grab some cards for those and we'll be on our way. Weird. We got kind of fortunate against Scapeshift, and I definitely think I would like more tools there. But again, there's another league with this archetype on my YouTube channel. We had Pack Rats there. Do we think we'll make it to Shadowburn tonight or no? I don't know. We'll see.